What's up, everyone? 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 I'm the Masked Acorn, and welcome back to another video. Let's get emotional, baby. I've always been a nerd. I've always loved video games. I've always loved anime. I've always loved cartoons. I've always been a nerd. My very first console ever was a Game Boy with Pokemon Blue. I absolutely played that game into smithereens, to the point where I don't know if it was me or if it was the cartridge. It got to the point where the moves, I could use Thunder Shock, and for some reason it was using Pound, or sometimes Squirtle would evolve into Weeping Bell, but I beat that game into smithereens. I was a very, very shy child. Believe it or not, the rambunctious, loud, can't stop talking individual that I am now used to be so shy to the point where I would not even like order my own food at a restaurant. Or if like back in my day, you had to, if you were stuck on a game and you didn't have the internet, you could call in the GameStop or EB Games and you could ask them like, hey, I'm playing Ratchet and Clank Deadlock, I'm stuck on this boss, what should I do? And I just thought they were geniuses and they had all the answers, but they were actually just Googling it and then telling you what the answer was. But I would not do that. I would have my parents call and ask. I was socially awkward in school. I had very, very little friends, especially up until I moved in the 4th grade. I got bullied a lot because I was on the larger side growing up until after high school. Fast forwarding a bit, I got my first job at the age of 16. And that really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I had to start being social. Crazy thing is, once I started doing that, I found out that I enjoyed doing that. I blossomed into this social butterfly that I am today. Like, it just, to reflect upon where I've came to where I am now is just insane to me. Let's fast forward to 2010. 2010 is where I worked my butt off to try to save as much money as I could for a laptop. Once I got my laptop, almost every weekend I'd go to my grandma's house who had internet connection, where I discovered the magical world of YouTube. I found PewDiePie, and then after finding PewDiePie, I found Markiplier and all of these other gamers and watching them do Let's Plays. Fell in love with watching all of these content creators. They just made my day, they made me laugh. 2015 comes around and I'm finally doing it, and I created my first YouTube channel. I created the Masked Acorn. The content was not the greatest. Some of my original stuff was the game Shovel Knight, Geometry Dash, and Five Nights at Freddy. That being said, I had no face cam. I barely had a concept of how to record. I was still using Fraps, if you guys remember what that is. And I would just sit late at night just recording myself over and over again because I still had no idea how to edit. So I thought I had to get it in one take. Around the time of 2015 is when I started to forego my weight loss journey. My love for all the creators such as PewDiePie and all that stuff was actually starting to flow into other creators, where I found Obese to Beast, Humorous Fitness, Danny Gets Fit, all of these different fitness influencers. This made me then realize that there were other forms of content creation that I tried to dabble in, and man oh man was I worse at that than I was with the gaming content. I sure tried. I have recordings, I have files, I have everything saved and nothing published because I was always too afraid to. 2017 comes around. I've been dabbling in the YouTube field for several years now. Unfortunately, times have gotten tough. I was in a relationship that was pretty toxic. Unfortunately, with that, she did not appreciate any kind of the content creation. It was wasting my time and unfortunately wasting energy. So I had to put it on pause because I thought that was the right move to make. Obviously, with that toxicity, the relationship did not last very long and it just kind of went different ways. Fast forward to 2019. 2019, I'm in a new relationship that I've been in for a very long time, and it was doing pretty well. I decided that I was going to start doing content creation. I was going to start making YouTube videos, and I was going to explore the world of Twitch. In 2019, the game Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. I became obsessed with it. I was watching several different Pokemon creators, and what they would do is competitive hatching and competitive breeding and shiny hunting and all these different things, and I would just kind of throw them up while I would do the same thing with my own journey. And then as I was kind of watching that, I realized that I can do that. Like I kind of sit here, it's a boring thing to do, just hatching eggs over and over and over again, but you know what, I should give that a try. So I decided to boot up and I made all these crazy overlays because Sword and Shield was just such a beautiful game, but you just needed to clog up your screen with a bunch of overlays when you played Pokemon because that seems like the thing to do. So I started streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield. In this time, I started to grow, I started to make new friends, I started to get followers, and I actually made it to affiliate. Once I made it to affiliate, I actually started branching out into other things such as Resident Evil 7, Call of Duty, and all sorts of different games to become a variety streamer. But alas, all good things must come to an end. 2021 was one of the hardest years of my life. 2021 is the year that I lost my best friend. 2021 was the year that my grandma went in for a surgery that should have been absolutely an in and out process. no real big complications or anything along those lines, and then never came home. My grandma was my best friend. My grandma was also my biggest supporter. No matter what video I posted, no matter how bad it was, she still watched every single one of those videos. She would comment, she'd share them on Facebook like any other grandma would do, and say, that's my grandson. 2021 was hard. When my grandma passed away, I lost not only her, but I feel like I lost a large piece of myself. When she passed, I was faced with a lot of depression, a lot of just overall problems with my own mental health, and a lot of other things. 2021 was the year that me and my wife of 3 years separated. Without going into the details, too many crazy things. It was a lot of me just shutting down and not knowing how to cope. 2021 was hard. 2021 is when I took a very long extended break from everything. I just put all my energy into the gym and going to work. I had lost myself. 2022, I started playing a game called Apex Legends. Again, no streaming, no content creation, just playing a game called Apex Legends. And I met one of my best friends that I could ever find in my entire life. Their name is Jemry. Jemry was also a previous streamer on Twitch. We just found each other randomly in a duo match of Apex. Jem and I then became very close friends, very, very good friends, where they introduced me into their little world and their little Discord of so many other great people that I have now met and gotten to know. And after several nights of long conversations, Jem and I were talking about Twitch and streaming, and I told her about all the times that I had streamed, and she says with the energy that I provide and all that stuff that I should give it another shot. I contemplated it. I sat on it for a long time, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to try it again. So 2023, I full sent it. I kind of came back. I kind of grasped at who I was and what I wanted to do and all the stuff that I had done before and how I wanted to grow and do better. So 2023, I decided to start streaming again. I streamed Apex, a lot of Apex, probably way too much Apex. When I started streaming again, I ended up having an actual schedule. I would stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Since being consistent with it, I've seen a lot of growth in not just my content or my success on Twitch, but in myself as a person. So I started getting a good grasp for it and started really getting like myself in a rhythm and rhyme. That's when I started sprinkling other stuff, which I think is probably the biggest advice that I could give to anybody, is just take it one step at a time. And through this journey, I made a lot of friends, a lot of good friends, a lot of lifelong friends. We all share a bunch of Discords. We all push each other to be better content creators and better streamers. We show up, we laugh, we play together, and all sorts of great things like that. It's crazy because living in Ohio, I never thought that some of my best friends would be in Texas or Canada or Michigan or just all over the world. It's crazy how the internet is. In the last 6 months, we've had a lot of crazy success, a lot of huge things. In the last 6 months, we've gotten partnered with Limitless, the esports organization. We've ended up getting an advanced GG partnership and just so many crazy different things. Things that if you rewind back to 2015 or even 2019, I would have never thought was possible. But we as a group, we as a community, we as fellow streamers are all making it possible. On the flip side of also streaming, I started pushing myself to do more things such as TikToks, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. They're not really focused more on my gaming content creation, they're more focused on my lifestyle content creation, such as how I lost weight, what kind of workouts I'm doing, or just silly gym montages that I'm trying to put together while dabbling in like new fields of content creation, stuff that I want to branch into, or if I just want to learn something new. All things are going phenomenal. They're going really, really well. 2024 comes around, and I'm introduced to a lot of new things, a lot of new people, and a lot of new opportunities. Hence the Recruits Invitational. I've heard many things about the Respawn Recruits Invitational, and I've had a lot of friends that got to participate, but I myself have never actually gotten to participate. So I was very nervous and just feeling outclassed or not prepared enough or not know what to expect. But luckily, not only is this a competition, but it's a way to make friends. Everyone here has made me feel so welcomed, so appreciative, and just I've made a lot of friends through it. Y2 Kate, I've known Kate for a little bit longer, but through the Respawn Invitational, we've actually gotten pretty close. So for some of my closing thoughts on this whole content creation and my journey, I guess I would just like to say, Respawn, thank you for such an amazing opportunity. And no matter what happens in the end, I really do appreciate you for pushing me out of my comfort zone and really pushing myself as a content creator to try new editing styles, short form content, long form content, and just all of the different challenges that you've given me. It's really pushed me. It's really made me become who I am and really show me what I can do, and I'm very, very excited. And not only that, but to really wrap it up, thank you guys for everyone that watches, everyone that supports, everyone that I play games with, everyone that hangs out, everyone that lurks, just anyone that comes by and is a nice soul. I really do appreciate you guys so much, because without you guys, this would not be possible, and I really do appreciate you. So thank you guys for listening to my story. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time.